Hi everybody, Mrs. Tavaro here, and this is lesson 2 of Illustrators. And if you see the list here, we're going to explore today Charles Schultz on slides 4 through 6. Now, some of you know that Charles Schultz is the creator of the Peanuts comics. So let me turn to the slide you're going to be working on today. There is the slide. So we're doing the intro lesson here. You're going to use slides 4 through 6. Then you can learn how to draw the different Peanut characters. Of course, the favorite, of course, is Charlie Brown. And if you click on Charlie Brown here, it will pull up the link how to draw Charlie Brown. And I want you to see, I put some of the different facial expressions that Charlie Brown had throughout the comic strip. Maybe you can try to make him happy or sad or worried or scared by changing his eyes or his mouth or his eyebrows. The next slide has all of the Peanut characters. So say you want to learn how to draw Linus, you will hit Linus. Of course, he has his security blanket there. Or maybe you want to draw Franklin. You can learn how to draw Franklin. Or of course, we have Woodstock, Peppermint Patty. Here's Lucy. And here is Marcy, Schroeder, who plays the piano. And of course, here we go. Sally here. And of course, we have Pigpen. Some of you maybe Pigpen. Want to draw that, and then Snoopy, so you can learn the different characters. If you don't feel like drawing today, that's okay. You can go to Epic and read the biography of Charles Schultz, and I have that pulled up here. So here is the book, The Biography of Charles Schultz. I will say quickly that he was born in 1922, and in 1950 is when Charlie Brown's comics started to be in the newspaper. Now, of course, you can go in this book in the back to the timeline and see all different fun facts. There's the timeline. I love looking at the timeline. So 1922, he was born. He did pass away in the year 2000. And still today, people read Charlie Brown comic strips that are put into books now. I want to show you some images of some newspapers. Here's one, and we'll read it. So it says, Peanuts by Shultz. Boy, you're in trouble. You better get out of town. The girls are looking for you, Charlie Brown, and they are ever mad. All right, you're the one we've been looking for. We're going to have this out right here and now. Of course, look at her facial expressions, hands on the hips. What do you have to say for yourself? Look at his worried expression. Nothing. You girls are absolutely right, and I'm glad to hear you feel this way. Huh? Look at the girls. Like, really? He's going to say, we're right? We start walking away. Charlie Brown with a sneaky little smile on. My soft answer half turned away a whole flock of wrath. Wrath meaning anger. So that's kind of fun. And let's see, I pulled up a few more. This is a website I found, which was kind of fun. GoComics.com, which talks about each of the character, like good old Charlie Brown, the lovable loser in the zigzag t-shirt, the kid who never gives up, even though he almost never wins. He manages the world's worst baseball team, yet shows up for every game. He can't muster the courage to talk to the little red-headed girl, yet keeps hoping. Even though he gets grief from his friends, his kite-eating tree, even his own dog, Charlie Brown remains a stalwart hero. So you can read about each of the characters. And I pulled up on this section was a fun little one to read. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. You don't have to yell at me. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps I shouldn't yell at you so much, but I feel that if I talk to you quietly as I am doing now, you'd never listen. Of course, Lucy's yelling at her brother, and he's rolling away. So these are fun. Here's another fun one. I used to love reading these in the newspaper that came on Sundays. Everyone's so upset because I didn't make the honor roll. My mother's upset, my father's upset, my teacher's upset, the principal's upset. Good grief. They all say the same thing. They're disappointed because I have such potential. There's no heavier burden than great potential. I wanted to read this one specifically because I say that about my son all the time. Do you have the potential to get a better grade? So that was kind of a fun one. And this is another one that's being sold right now, actually. They cut out, so every week a strip, a row or two would be posted, and you'd wait for the next week for the story to continue. I thought this was a fun one. And there's Lucy talking to Schroeder. Here we go. Did Beethoven ever get invited to a New Year's Eve party? Probably not. Well, I don't feel sorry for him because neither did I. Of course, when she yells, people roll away because she's so loud. How would you like it if you were young and beautiful, but you didn't get invited to any New Year's Eve parties? Think about it. I have a pretty face and I'm charming, but I didn't get invited. Think about it. I can't. I'm thinking about pizza. Why shouldn't I be invited to the party? Go ahead. Tell me. Come on. Tell me. Look at Snoopy's face here. Who says I'm crabby? Charlie Brown, do you think I wasn't invited to the New Year's Eve party because I'm too crabby? No, you were probably invited to 9 parties, but all the invitations were lost in the mail. That never occurred to me. I bet that's just what happened. Of course, there's Snoopy, and you can't really see him, but his eyes are up, and he's thinking to himself, someday you're going to look at me like that, and your eyes are going to stick. And that's the end of that little strip. And I love that. You ever have your mother say that to you? You know, if you roll your eyes, they're going to stick that way, stay that way. It's funny. It's a little story there. So your goal today is to have a little fun becoming the illustrator like Charles Schultz, learning how to draw the different peanut characters. So again, you can pick any of the characters you want, try the different facial expressions or the different characters, and have a little fun with it. And then you can also go to Epic Books and read the biography of Charles Schultz. The directions for Epic are at the bottom of this slide deck right here. So you can come and look at it to log in if you don't remember how to log in. Also, to get to this actual slide deck, it's https://tinyurl.com/Tufaro Illustrators. Have fun creating your peanut characters.